does. It really does. And you mentioned that one. That was a friendly game, so to speak. That was a preparation game, and you just saw how intense both these teams are. That's characteristic of these teams. They know each other very well. The Greeks come in. They won all 5 of their games in Sevilla. Just talking to them, they were just full of confidence. This was a team that was put together. Nobody really knew what to expect, but they've come out and done well.
Well, buenas tardes and bienvenidos a España. Good evening and welcome to Madrid. The first of 2 games to come here in the top 16 phase of the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. First possession to Serbia in the white uniforms. The 3 off the mark by Markovic. Radulica with the offensive rebound. And the second offensive rebound by Nikola Kalinic. He's a player who'll do all the little things to help his team win.
And he's very good on defense. We see him going to the boards hard. He'll hit some open shots. He's a great player coming.
The ethniki of Greece, the national team, in their characteristic blue uniforms. Markovic with the steal. It's a 2-on-1 as Markovic and Bjelica go in transition. And Yorgos Prindousis with the steal.
That was a sure basket for Serbia. Prindousis very alert here to steal this pass.
John, talk about the 2-on-1. You would expect that to end with a finish. Did Markovic maybe give the ball too early?
He gave the ball too early. It was a good idea. It was a bounce pass, but there's a little bit too much distance between the 2 players, and that allowed Prindousis to recover and get his hand on that ball.
So a good defensive stop by Greece. Back the other way. Here's the Lord of the Rings, Nico Zizis, has more international medals all the way down to the junior ranks than any other Greek player. And that's that patented push shot by Prindousis. Just wouldn't drop for him. Nemanja Bjelica hands off to Teodosic. So Bogdanovic does not get a start this afternoon for Serbia. Kalinic steals the ball from behind Teodosic and lays it up and in.
Both these teams generate a lot of points off of their defense. We're going to see a lot of physicality on the perimeter. Both teams, big players, play physically.
Greece come in as the top team in Group B. Serbia finished 4th in Group A. Radulica. This shot blocked by Papanikolaou.
That's a great help down by Papanikolaou. Barusi's left his feet, but Papanikolaou was there to help bail him out with the blocked shot.
6 seconds on the shot clock for the Serbs. Kalinic gonna have to make something happen. His shot is short as Prindousis contests the little jump shot. Back come Greece. Kalinic with a wide open look. That draws the front of the rim. Bjelica with the rebound. He can put it on the deck. He'll give it to Kalinic, and Kalinic goes to the cup! Kalinic with a thunderous dunk, and he goes at Giannis Barusis. John, it's game on.
He wound up for this dunk. Watch him. He just went straight to the basket, wound up, and threw that ball down one-handed. See it there.
Well, if you're at home and you don't get to watch Serbia very often and you're wondering why Coach Sasa Djordjevic doesn't start Bogdanovic, meet Nikola Kalinic. What a hard-nosed player.
We saw him earlier grab that offensive rebound. Here he is again on the break, taking advantage of his size, his length, his athleticism.
Kalinic, he earned that and one. Kalinic, the Greek-American, gets a pass inside to Barusis. This is a nice matchup, John. Barusis versus Radulica. Barusis wins that first battle.
Barusis is very talented for a big man, very skilled. He's averaging 26 minutes per game, scoring 12 points, 10 rebounds. He's also getting the second assist leader for this team, 2.6 assists per game.
Double per game for the number 5 Greece. It's a pass into the low post to Prindousis. Back down Markovic. Teodosic helps out as he digs down in the low post, and Barusis shows he can step away from the basket.
I like his reaction. He just got dunked on the time before. He calmly sank that three-pointer.
Teodosic loves to catch and shoot, and that's a terrific demonstration of how to use a screen. Point your puppies at the bucket, knock down a J.
Great execution by the Serbians there.
Kalates, a pocket pass to Prindisi's. His shot wouldn't fall because Bjelica knocked it out of the cylinder. Good defense by the number 8 from Serbia. Reminder that once the ball strikes the rim, any player can touch it in the cylinder, offensive or defensive player. Jesus tries to turn the corner on the screen. Good defense by Radulica.
Nice
but that's
passing.
a nice pass. There's an assist that you alluded to earlier by Barusis.
Yes, I like that pass by Zisis into Barusis, and Barusis, as we saw already, he's got great passing skills from the block.
Radulica, terrific patience in the post as he steps through and finishes with his left hand.
Well, he's such a wide body. He's got pretty good footwork, able to create the space to get that shot off.
Good rhythm to this game, not many stops. Zisis, he'll thread a 3.
Zisis is the captain of this team. He's shooting very well from 3 points. Coming into this game, 46% from the 3-point range.
Teodosic rises for a shot of his own. That strikes the front of the rim. John, you'd love that percentage, 46% from behind the arc.
That's excellent.
Jesus is leaner off the mark. Great action here. Very few stoppages. Referees giving the players a chance to get some good game flow. Markovic gets deep. He'll kick to Bjelica. He'll put it on the floor. A little fake. And a give to Radulica, who powers it up and in.
Yeah, he goes strong to the basket. Nice penetration by Bjelica. Found his teammate Radulica, who used the rim to shield and get extra space from his defender.
Kalates. His arching pass finds Barusis, and then he gets it back. Kalates with a push. Gets his own rebound, and Greece get another opportunity to score. This trip down the floor. Prindisi's with the drive, no good. Kalinic with the rebound for Serbia. Radulica spins in a low post, runs into Barusis. His pass intercepted by Papanikolaou. Well, Markovic reaches to commit the foul in transition. Papanikolaou is saying to the Australian referee, why don't you just let the play develop? And it's a talking point, John. It's a tactical foul to stop transition. Referees talk about what they say is rhythm, speed, balance, and quickness. If a foul doesn't interrupt those things, they'll sometimes let play develop. In this case, Papanikolaou would have loved play to carry on for the easy 2.
Exactly. You're looking at a no harm, no foul situation where basically that foul stops the short 2 points for the Greek team.
Papanikolaou, his 3 is off the mark. He'll be really annoyed now. An easy 2 taken away from him, and he couldn't knock down that 3. Bjelica has good length over Zisis. Kalinic, he lines up a 3 and he knocks it down. Nikola Kalinic is saying to his teammates, that's why Coach Djordjevic starts me.
That's right, he's got 8 points already these first 6 minutes here.
Papanikolaou in the low post against Teodosic. Good movement by the Greeks, as they've got 5 out right now. Don't have a true pivot inside. Kalati's going to make something happen off the dribble. It's good.
How about that? Serbia defended well. And Kalati's the only reason he shot that because the shot clock was going down, but he made it count.
Kalinic separates from Papanikolaou. His pass to Teodosic was off the mark. Teodosic fouled from behind by Kalates.
That was a great observation you made earlier, Liam. Watch Teodosic come off these screens. You see with 0 seconds left when he got that shot off the shot clock. But he uses those screens so well, and he's smart. He's a clever player. He just knows he has to stop, and he knew Kalates was right on his tail. So he drew the foul just by with some extra good basketball IQ.
Stefan Jovic in the game for Serbia. It's a fadeaway shot by Teodosic as the shot clock was running down. Good stop by the Greeks. Terrific defense by Bjelica as he stops the ball in transition. Kalates, the number 8 for Greece. Wasn't with the team at the European Championships last year in Slovenia. The patented Prindes's push. It looks awkward, but he gets it down, John.
That's difficult to do with your right hand, which is his strong hand. He's developed where he can do it with both hands. Again, he goes to his left. That's a difficult shot.
Bjelica, top of the key, crossover dribble against Bujakis, and he converts.
You know, Bjelica has struggled from three-point range. We all know he's a great three-point shooter. He's only shooting 21%. He is not settling. He's giving little head fakes, and he's taking the ball to the basket and putting pressure on that Greek defense. Great job by Bjelica so far.
That's his first basket of the evening. Bujakis is trying to post up Jovic. There's the push shot again from Prindes's.
He's undersized as a four, but we see the quickness and the agility he has. And that push shot, his patented push shot, allows him to get his shots off against taller opponents before they can really get up and contest it. He really cannot guard that shot.
Well, this game is perfectly poised thus far. You see the score is 17 each. And Nenad Krstić and Bogdanovic both come into the game. Notably, John Krstić playing without the bandage on his left knee that we saw in pool play in Group A.
Yeah, we know he's been nursing a leg injury. He did get some minutes towards the end of the group phase there in Granada. Let's see how he comes out tonight.
Krstić played 17 minutes against the Brazilians in the fourth game, just 6 minutes against Spain, the final group game for the Serbians. And you have a telling influence here as Jovic glides to the basket for the two.
Great physicality by Jovic. Now we're going to watch him pressure the ball. He's just giving the Serbian team the spark they're looking for.
Bujakis, top of the key, just in for the Greeks. Mazaris gives him the ball on the screen. Bujakis going to try and test the mobility of Krstić. And
that was good defense by Krstić. Bujakis is very difficult to defend inside. He's very crafty, great footwork. You watch him in EuroLeague. He's got some moves. Let's see if he gets a chance to get off in this game.
Bogdanovic wheels around screen. Krstić rises and he knocks down the mid-range jump shot. There's the length of Bogdanovic.
Great length by Bogdanovic. He very calmly sunk that jump shot. It's important that he makes his first shot. Gives him extra confidence.
That might be a portent of things to come for Serbian fans when the prodigious young talent can knock down his first jump shot. The foul here against Jovic as Zisis steps out for Greece. Here's a guy who can really shoot it. Kostas Vasiliadis in the game.
Watch him off the ball. Vasiliadis just moves like crazy, and he can get hot in a hurry.
Bjelica bodies up on Prindes's. The jump hook, this time good. A more traditional hook there. An array of weapons from Prindes's.
That's a great move there with footwork, quickness. Gets that shot off against a taller opponent.
Prindes's with 8 points leads the Greeks. Less than a minute to play here. The first quarter of what has been a perfectly balanced game between these two teams. John, it's great pace and great rhythm. We haven't had a timeout yet.
No, we haven't had a timeout. Both teams are executing their offense. It's good defense. We see Krstić very good at getting position down low. Bujakis was whistled for the foul as he's trying to push Krstić further from the basket.
Kalinic. There's a pass into Krstić. Krstić powers it up. And Bujakis puts the no layup rule in effect.
No easy baskets. Krstić got deep position. He was already pinned close to the baseline. He went baseline anyways. Was able to get a good look there. Bujakis made a foul. Did not allow the and one play.
Krstić, for a big player, John's got good, quick feet, soft hands.
He's got a great shot from mid-range distance. He gets better. We've seen him since he came back to Europe from the NBA. He really developed his inside game. It all starts with a great position when he gets near the rim. Wide body, post up, big target. We see he has good footwork in the block.
Krstić had 3 years with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Spent a little time at Logan Airport in Boston. Time enough to get the flight in and out. Spent long in Boston. We've got a foul away from the ball here, and I think it's on Vasiliadis. You talked about, John, how he moves well. No, it's going to be on Bujakis on the moving screen.
we see as quite an obvious foul there by Vujakis. You definitely cannot move. You got to let your player use the screen.
Vujakis will check in for the Greeks. Serbia lead by 4. Bogdanovic's shot off the mark. He became a little too early in the shot clock, John, you'll get that 3 really anytime you like.
Yeah, he was eager to get a shot off. You could just see it. He wanted to get that shot off. And we see Colin is fighting for the offensive rebounds, goes over the back, got his hand on the ball, but he got too much contact with his body.
Good demonstration of how to block out by Papanikolaou.
Exactly, Papanikolaou showing that he can box out. Physical player at the 3 spot.
Teodosic comes back in for the Serbs.
Kamakoglu is checking into the game. He's had very important impact in this Greek squad also. 4.8 rebounds per game. Sorry, 6.4 rebounds per game. He's also shooting 62%.
Player with both
3-point range.
Seeing John, I beg your pardon, comes in Giannis Antetokounmpo for Greece. Papanikolaou misses the first free throw. So Serbia should get the last possession here as we bring the first quarter to a close. Bogdanovic has a mismatch now. His pass somehow ends up in the hands of Papanikolaou. He hooks it past to Vassiliadis, who lets it fly, and it's just off the mark. Well, Bogdanovic, John, 2 possessions. Last 2 trips down the floor, a little shaky. We'll take a break here from Madrid. You score at the end of the first between Serbia and Greece, 23-20. This, the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup.
2 gold medals in both of those meccas in basketball.
So first possession to Greece. They come out with Manzares. Vassiliadis finds a terrific bounce pass to Barousis. Antetokounmpo. Kamakoglu, I beg your pardon, come out for Greece. For Serbia, it's Krstić, Protasevic, Jovic, Bogdanovic, and Teodosic.
You see Vassiliadis with that quick pass. We know he's got a quick release on his 3-pointers. Showed a very quick look, recognition of the play, got Barousis the ball. Great execution. That's a way to keep the defenders honest. You can show you can make that pass off there. Guys are going to be reluctant to help.
Barousis should feel right at home here. He plays for Real Madrid. He knows this arena inside and out. Teodosic hands it back to Jovic. Teodosic signals to Jovic, you take the point, I'll play the off guard. Speaking of off guards, here's Bogdanovic. Protasevic, his pass down to the low post to Krstić. Krstić gonna go at Barousis, and the shot will drop. John, Barousis separated himself defensively from Krstić, so he couldn't use the contact of the body.
And then he got up and he tried to contest that shot. He almost was able to get a hand on it.
Vassiliadis. Pass a little too low for Barousis, and Jovic dives after the loose ball. Good hustle by the young guard from Serbia. Manzares at the point for Greece. Kamakoglu goes at Protasevic, and John, this will make a coach pull his hair out. The foul comes with less than a second on the shot clock.
Yes, and I think Protasevic didn't want to foul, but as we saw right at the end of that play, dropped his hands down and made contact.
Well, Protasevic is facing a steep learning curve. Pardon the pun, he's going to go to the Estudiantes club in Madrid. Estudiantes, of course, student in Spanish. And he was given a few lessons, was Protasevic against Spain. He committed all 5 fouls and made an early exit. Once again, if you like, an inexperienced foul here. Koglu knocks down both shots. Jovic picks up his dribble. An area where teams like to trap. Kursic now with the mismatch against Vasiliadis. Bogdanovic on the 3, got it! Well, it's a good thing he got it because Jovic, John, was open in the corner.
Yes, but Bogdanovic saintly calmed that shot, hit that shot, and we saw his reaction after he made it. That was a big shot for him.
Deliberate offense by the Greeks. Vasiliadis has yet to shake free for one of his patented shots. A reverse scoop up and good by Koglu.
Koglu shows us some skills close to the basket, split the defenders, found daylight, made a nice reverse layup. Look at that defense. He's also pressuring the perimeter, as we see the Greeks very strong with their perimeter defense.
The mid-range jumper by Teodosic off the mark. Barusis clears the boards. Zaris in the open court. To Koglu, why not? Give it to the guy who just scored last trip down the floor. He's guarded by Jovic. Antetokounmpo! The basket won't count. He just shuffled his feet on the way to the rim.
Took an extra step there. Nice cut to the basket. Recognition by Koglu to find his teammate cutting.
Well, here's our first timeout in the game. It comes with Serbia up by 2 against Greece, 28-26. Here's a look at the percentages from inside the arc. Both teams shooting relatively well. As our partner said before, as a team you'd like to shoot above 40%. So both teams able to get a good start. In stark contrast to the start we saw yesterday, John, between France and Croatia.
I see both these teams mentally, you could just feel it. These teams are focused. They're mentally into this game, concentration. They're not turning the ball over. They're moving the ball. They're getting good shot attempts almost just about every possession.
There's Yorgos Vrindasis, who has 8 points. And he's had the hot hand for Greece. Tough balance for Coach Katsikaris. He's got a guy with a hot hand. He wants to get into his rotations. John, you mentioned before you didn't like going to the bench, but if you had to go, you wanted a quick break, especially if you had a hot hand. You want to get right back in there.
Well, Prince will be back in shortly, I'm sure.
Barusis with the steal. Barusis to Antetokounmpo, and he goes to the rack.
We saw his elbows were at rim level, throwing that ball down. Got out and break quickly. Barusis led that with a nice pass.
Well, that's a demonstration of the big man's union. Barusis was only going to pass to one guy in the break, and that's his fellow interior player. The guards aren't going to get it. He
actually was looking the other direction. Defenders went with the other on the right wing. He swung it back.
You know what it's like when those big guys get the ball. Don't give it back to the guards, man. You might not see it again.
Barusis again demonstrating his ball handling skills, passing ability.
Kursic improves my partner. Prophetic. You said Kursic has a nice touch from mid-range. There it is. Barusis spills it on the way to the basket. I think we got a foul here. Foul's going to be Teodosic.
Yes, Teodosic got his hand in there. Ball actually went off of Barusi's foot, but there was a foul, so it's going to be the ball out of bounds. This shot by Kursic is important. It's going to bring Barusis away from the paint, get him away from the basket, open up some space.
Kursic with 6 points right now. He leads the Serbs. Jovic has got his hands full. He's going to try and guard the Greek freak, and Jovic draws the charge.
Look at this quick feet by Jovic. Slides to get in front, which is no easy task. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground.
See him finishing the end of that break, but terrific defense by Jovic. He'll give a touch to Krstić here in the low post. Skips a pass over the top to Teodosic. Then flashes to the high post. The two veterans working the ball together. Teodosic, that's a tough shot, and it's nothing but string.
He's very determined. Teodosic, we've seen him come out. He's aggressively looking for his options on offense. That's what his team needs, and he's been giving it to him so far.
He has 5 points this evening for Serbia. Vassiliadis is working so hard to get the ball, but he just can't get free. He's open in the corner now. Matsaris to the basket, and he is fouled by Teodosic. Teodosic protests his innocence. You be the judge.
The contact was with the off arm of Slukas to Matsaris.
Now, maybe just a quick word about what basketball means in Greece. You played in Athens during your playing days.
It was one of the few countries in the early mid-90s where actually basketball is more important than soccer, which is a rarity in Europe. Right now, people really love their basketball. I would compare it to this in Spain, how really like just adore their basketball players, national team players especially.
Well, I chatted to one of our Greek colleagues who calls the game for Greek TV. He said the Greek team are known as the Ethnici, which means the national team, and it's just the basketball team. It doesn't apply to the football team or any other national team, but it's the basketball team. So alludes to what you were talking about, real basketball culture.
They understand basketball.
And this man here understands how to shoot, Bogdan Bogdanovic.
You see him breaking out. There's 2 3-pointers already that he's hit this game to go along with his mid-range jumper. Nice cut. Nice cut by Antetokounmpo. With his length anywhere near the basket, you know he's going to be able to finish.
Bogdanovic averages 9 points per game. He's got 8 so far. He's got the ball now. Markovic back in for Serbia. That's a tough drive by Markovic. Good defense by Greece. Barousas snaps a quick outlet to Matsaris. Kavakoglu to Barousas. He goes out Radulica, who's in for Serbia. Good quick ball movement by the Greeks as they whip it around and find the open man. The shot hits the back of the rim by Matsaris.
The ball did not stick in anybody's hands. That's a great possession by Greece, although they came up empty.
Radulica showing some mobility. Just alligator armed it at the end. He get over the rim. Here's Antetokounmpo. He'll give it to the veteran, Zizis. Matsaris in the corner. That's pretty basketball by the Greeks, and Matsaris gives Zizis a hug.
Matsaris with an open 3. Teodosic floated off from the strong side to help on that penetration by Zizis. That's a no-no if you're a defender in that position.
35 each. 4 to play. Here in Madrid, Markovic. Gonna bang with Zizis. Radulica steps through. And that's a terrific post move by Radulica.
Right at the shot clock buzzer. He's able to get that shot off.
Looks like he has a Charlie horse, Johnny. He's holding his thigh and he signals over to the bench. Kalinic strips off to come to the scorer's table right in the center of your screen. Pass to Bruce is a little bit low, but somehow he comes up with it, puts it up and in.
Great hands by Barousas to come up with this play. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time.
Teodosic. Bjelica. His pass finds Radulica. Radulica draws the double as Borussis comes over to help Zizis. Mismatch.
We see Zizis ended up in the mismatch, but he definitely was shading Radulica to go baseline. He knew the help was coming from the baseline. There we see Teodosic helping from the strong side, which left Mansaris wide open in the corner.
Mansaris showing a little brotherly love to Zizis on the assist. Teodosic, his shot drops.
If you're Greece, you do not want Teodosic to get in this game. He's very dangerous as a scorer. You see he's aggressively looking for his options on offense.
Young players, watch how Teodosic gets his body right, catches and shoots. Tricky drive by Zizis.
Great work by Zizis in this game. He's the team captain, doing a phenomenal job finding the balance between distributing the ball and getting himself some looks.
Teodosic feeling it, a quick release. No good. Back comes Greece. It's a Greek team playing without Spanoulis, their superstar. Borussis shows good patience, a little shake and a shimmy. His pass, batted away by Bjelica. Kalinic. And John, I just love this from Kalinic. You know, the hardest defensive skill is to close somebody out on the perimeter. And Kalinic saw Papanikolaou closing and just put it on the floor.
Yes. Let's see if we see it right here. It's a previous play like Teodosic scoring, but you're right. Kalinic recognized Papanikolaou closing out strongly. He attacked that closeout with a straight line drive. And instead of settling for a three-pointer, he's able to get to the line for two free throws.
Nikola Kalinic played with Serbia last year in the European Championships. You see Teodosic, he was not with the team last year in the European Championships. Serbia, lucky to be here in many ways. They finished out of the medals in the European Championships. They finished in 7th position, using the top 6 from Europe to get to come to the World Championships, or now the World Cup. But because the Spanish were the hosts, the Serbians got the extra place from Europe. Kalinic, the rebound is passed to Bogdanovic. Bjelica, does he fancy taking on Yukis on the dribble? Now he's going to take Borussis on the dribble to the corner. Shot clock running down. Kalinic had to pull the trigger.
Good closeout by Zizis. He was there with 2 offensive players, defending both.
Radulica has to step right out to Borussis. He's proven he can shoot that 3 from the top of the key. Loose ball. Good hustle by Zizis. Shot clock at 10. To the corner. Papanikolaou, the left-handed shot. No good. Yukis with the offensive rebound. And Zizi steps into a 3 and knocks it down.
Big shot. We see great ball movement from this Greek team. They're finding the corners. They're stretching the defense. And on this opportunity, we see them going after an offensive rebound. Zizi steps into it, nails it for his 8th point.
Coach Djordjevic calls a timeout. Greece lead by 1. It's 42-41. So just a minute to play, John. This is one of these games you don't want to see him go to the halftime change room right now. From a fan's perspective, it's back and forth, and guys making big shots, great plays. Keep the good times rolling.
That's right. This has been an incredibly well-played game. Especially, remember, this is high stakes. Loser goes home, winner advances. No, we saw Greece won all 5 of their games in group play. Serbia only won 2 out of those 5 games, but 2 of those games could have easily won. They had 1 game stolen from them, and they were in the Brazil game also. Brazil came back at the end and took it away, but Serbia could easily have 4 wins
You're right, John. It was the French game you're alluding to. France won 74-73 on a last-second free throw by Geoffrey Lauvergne to win it. The Serbs lost to Brazil by just 8 points, 81-73. Will those losses make them harder here in the knockout phase? Radulica, left-handed jump hook falls.
That's deep post position, right underneath the rim. Great position, great recognition by Teodosic. He spot him underneath the basket.
Right now, Greece playing without a true pivot as Barusic gets a break. Will Serbia go back to Radulica? May not get a chance here. Bring the first half to a close. Zicic's shot is off. Radulica with the rebound now. Serbia with an opportunity to get the last possession of the first half. 10 seconds to play here in Madrid. Radulica sets a screen at the top of the key. Teodosic weaves his way through, and Kalinic with the flush. Another and one by Nikola Kalinic.
Working the baseline, moving well without the ball. As soon as he gets the ball, we're going to see him explode off 1 foot. And he's going to throw it down with 2 hands. Absorbs the contact, pulls up to the rim.
Kalinic doing his chin-ups on the rim, and he emotes. You love to see that passion. Kalinic has had an outstanding first half.
Right now, I think he's the wild card in this game. Greece definitely did not expect his offensive production.
He has 12 points. Coach Katsikaris wants to call a timeout with 2 seconds left. We'll see how Serbia defend. There's the strong drive by Nikola Kalinic as he looks down at his teammates. And the Greek fans are disconsolate. Coach Katsikaris was the Eurocup Coach of the Year with Bilbao Basket, so he knows his country well, John, this Coach Katsikaris.
He's also coached in Valencia, did a good job there. He's coached in St. Petersburg in Russia. He's also coached in Athens.
Now he's got the honor and privilege of coaching his national team. Well, he's going into his reservoir of coaching plays, trying to conjure up an opportunity with 2 seconds left. John, 2 seconds, does a player have an opportunity to put it on the floor once or twice?
Yes, you want to see a long pass to move the ball up court, and you definitely have time for 1, maybe even 2 dribbles. Serbia has 14 fouls. They cannot make a foul without sending the Greek player to the free throw line, even if it's not in the act of shooting.
As you can imagine, it's a small, quick lineup by the Greeks. Prindic's shot is on the way. Oh, it wasn't far away.
I don't know how that shot even came close.
It was an unorthodox release by Yorgos Prindis. While the teams will funnel out of the gym, they'll make their way to the halftime changing rooms. That man there, Coach Sasa Djordjevic, can be pleased with his serve team. They lead Greece 46-42. For Serbia. Serbia in the white, Greece in the blue. If you're just joining us, welcome. Bienvenidos a España! And Ante Tacoma says, get out of my casa! Wow, big stop by the Greeks. Prindis fouled by Radulica.
We see this last play. See the replay of that great block shot by Antetokounmpo coming from the weak side. I think he comes out of nowhere. He's way up high to block that shot. All ball.
That is terrific refereeing. It was all ball.
We see Prindis on the other end, go to work inside. Great footwork, very quick with the spins, reverse pivots. You know he can shoot with either hand.
Greece come out with Antetokounmpo Prindis, Kalatis, Zizis, and Barusis. Antetokounmpo just 19 years old. What an experience it is for him to be at the top table of international competition in the basketball world. Bjelica's floater, no good, gets his own rebound. Guarded closely by Antetokounmpo now. Markovic into the short corner. Bjelica, dispossessed by Barusis. Bogdanovic and Teodosic make the same cut. Bogdanovic goes to the basket. He's fouled on the way. Foul happened on the body, not on the block was clean, wasn't it?
Yes, the block was clean, but the foul was before that. We see us on the drive. Actually, they're going to give him in the act of shooting. We see him right there's where the foul occurred. Bogdanovic tried to turn the corner. Antetokounmpo wasn't quite able to contain that penetration.
Bogdanovic with a chance to get the double digits. There it is. He has 10. Joins his teammate Nikola Kalinic in the double digits brigade. Zizis on the wing for Greece. Terrific back screen by Kalatis. Prindis. You can see how Bogdanovic digs down. Now he has to close out, and Antetokounmpo, what a soft touch.
That's a big shot, Leon. That's his first three-pointer of this tournament so far. He's 1 for 9. If he gets on track outside, watch out if you're Serbia.
He is fired up, that's for sure. Oh, he's got to guard Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic to Radulica, got away with a travel, missed shot, and Bjelica with the follow-up.
Great hustle by Nemanja Bjelica following this play.
This game's picking right up where it left off. Team shooting at a torrid pace. Here's Kalatis, he'll let fly with a three, and he makes me a prophet.
Good call. Greece is really taking advantage of those corners. We see so many open corner three-point shots. They haven't been able to knock them all down, but Kalatis hits this one to tie the game.
50 all. Bogdanovic to Radulica. Spins on Barusis to left-handed jump hook, and it's good.
Tell you what, Radulica's had an outstanding tournament, and he's just continued to work in this game. Look at the footwork. Just absorbs the contact, continues, and flips it in there with his left hand.
Fans didn't see this, John, but I love it. Radulica came right over to the bench, scored in front of his teammates. He got a couple of high fives. Cohesiveness, you need it when you're playing against a quality opponent like Greece. He's got a smooth touch from the line. Radulica, there's Vladimir Stimac on the bench. Serbia lead by 3.
Looks like Zizis has some blood. They'll have to get that covered up. So Lucas will come in his position.
Lucas, his first opportunity to get some minutes. Antetokounmpo tries to feather a pass to Barusis, broken up by, I think, Bjelica.
Radulica hustled out there to contest Antetokounmpo the three-point line.
I just see with that push shot from distance. I've not seen him to pull it from that far away from the bucket. He needs to go to your shooting clinic, John, to work on his mid-range game.
No, he's usually very effective, even with that strange-looking shot. He's patented, like you mentioned. We've seen him hit some big shots with that little shot put.
Kick ball by the Greeks. It'll be 14-second shot clock. Serbia with the possession on the baseline. Teodosic was open on a seal from Slukas, and they just couldn't get it to him. Markovic checks his feet. Now his teardrop shot rattles in and out. Bjelica ties up Antetokounmpo. Those are two big bodies falling to the deck. Good hustle by both players.
If there's anything you could point at, Greece might not be doing as well as they'd like. It's keeping Serbia off the offensive boards. There'll be 6 offensive rebounds. Just those extra few possessions are really what's making the difference, because everything else is very evenly matched.
All right, Antetokounmpo open in the low post. He runs into a wall of white jerseys. Serbians rotating quickly. Kalatis lets fly, that won't fall. Bjelica with the rebound for Serbia. Bogdanovic is going to slice to the bucket, and his push shot's up and good.
Boy, he looks very confident today. We saw him make his first shot, and he's just gone to work. Going about his business very calmly, gets past Antetokounmpo, gets to the deep paint.
Lucas on the wing. His left-handed runner, no good. Loose ball, Teodosic comes up with it. Serbia look to push the ball up the floor.
Greece has to get a stop here. They got to establish some defensive presence.
Teodosic directs traffic for the Serbians. Now Bogdanovic will take the point. He played some point guard for Partizan this season. Gonna try and break down Antetokounmpo. Good stand by Barousis on the help side. Now it's a 2-on-1 for Greece. Kalatis and Sloukas. Kalatis gonna take it himself. It won't fall. Sloukas keeps it alive for Greece. Pushes it back out to Kalatis. Good hustle play by Kostas Sloukas. There's the mismatch as Bogdanovic is guarding Barousis in the low block.
Serbia is unable to get past more than 5 points in advantage. Seen Greece has led the game by 1 point. Serbia's never gotten more than 5 points ahead on the board. Very important. Greece scores here to stay close.
Krstić is going to check in for the Serbs to replace Radulica. Kalinic comes in for Teodosic. Sideline ball for Greece. Bjelica gets in the passing lane. Look at the hustle by Bjelica. Terrific defensive play by him. And Serbia, Bogdanovic spills in. And John, that'll annoy Coach Djordjevic. Get a great hustle play by Bjelica, and Bogdanovic gives it right back to the Greeks. Kalatis gets deep in the lane. His little shot won't fall, but Barousis with the putback. And here's the ever-important basket you talked about.
Big basket by Barousis. Able to get his right hand on that. Use the glass. Excellent job.
The right-handed shooter, John Bjelica, loves to put the ball on the floor with his left hand.
He handles the ball very well, and we've seen he goes left and right, but it looks like he actually prefers going left.
Kavakoglu comes in for Greece. Quick pass to Bogdanovic. Moves it out to Kalinic. Krstić. His 16-footer up and good.
We can see Leon Krstić definitely looks more comfortable in this game than he has in all the 5 games that we saw earlier in Granada. Finding his rhythm, and that's just when Serbia needs it.
Cometh the man, cometh the hour, I beg your pardon, cometh the man. Krstić with 8 points coming off the bench. Serbia reestablished that 5-point lead. Zisis will come in for Antetokounmpo. Kalatis calls the play for Greece. He's guarded by Jovic now in the game for Serbia. Barusis gets called for the travel.
It's unfortunate for Barusis. That extra step probably wasn't necessary. He's going to his left. He would have been able to get his left hand hook off. As it was, see him right there. Try to get an extra step and get further past Krstić.
Serbia a chance to establish what would be their biggest lead of the game. Bjelica on his left hand. Now he'll go on the right. Gets it down.
Bjelica's been determined in this game. He's been looking to drive the ball to the basket. He's not taken one three-point attempt.
Here's a look at the drive by Bjelica. Coach Katsikaris wants a timeout. Serbia lead Greece 59-52. John, a good timeout, I think, here by Coach Katsikaris. Doesn't want this game to get away from him. Serbia have established their largest lead of 7. Anything that you think he'll look for here in this offensive trip down the floor?
Look for them to move the ball like they have been. I think they want to go inside early and then play from there. Got a guy like Barusis. You want to get him some touches. We saw him travel on the last play, but more often than not, good things are going to happen when he has the ball in there.
See the togetherness of the Serbs. The young Bogdanovic is having a word with Krstić. I'm sure there isn't too much that Krstić hasn't seen before. Krstić might be saying, okay, son, you just get out there and do your thing. Krstić 31 years young and Bogdanovic just 22. Here's Kilat to see what the Greeks come up with. Barusis scrolled down the lane. He was open momentarily. It's a good ball movement that you talked about, John. Barusis is going to try and test his arm from outside. The good ball movement from the Greeks. Just couldn't get Barusis that touch inside. It clean look from 3, wouldn't fall for him. Bjelica. He'll step back from 3. That's no good. Kalapis in the open court, followed by Jovic. The term, that buzzword, used to be around years ago, John, a player called a point forward. Bjelica is almost a prototype of that position.
Yes, we've seen him play the pick and roll with the 5-man. He's coming off there, penetrating and looking to dish. We've seen him finish. Some close looks at the basket also.
Ziz's his runner. Draws a foul on Bjelica. You love this togetherness. Greek players come over and help a teammate off the floor.
Leon, when I was talking to the people that were in Sevilla and saw Greece, that's one thing they all pointed out. So there's just great chemistry on this Greek team. Plays together. You can just see how well they move the ball.
Well, winning certainly was a long way to establishing that chemistry. The Greeks came through Group B with a 5-0 record. They beat Senegal, Philippines, Puerto Rico, Croatia, and Argentina their last game coming into the knockout phase.
All the games basically were comfortable wins, but there were a lot of question marks about them coming in because they have Birches saved at one point there by knocking it off the rim. They don't have their big name players that they've had in the past. The younger guys have stepped in and done a great job.
Krstić rims out. Here's Kalakis on the wing. Barusis, Zizi's at the top of the key. Kamakoglu, extra pass to Kostas Sloukis. Oh, and that just rimmed out, didn't it?
In and out, that was a good look.
Greece struggling a little bit in this passage of play. Can't find the bottom of the net.
They got to get a stop here. Great team defense. Zisis rotated, break that pass up. Barusis was also there.
Knocked out of bounds by the Greeks. Here's the tip by Brcevic. Saves a point. You never know when that'll make a difference. Brcevic, the man who tipped it out.
We saw Brcevic tip it out, but if that ball would have went in after he tipped it, it would have counted as 2 points.
That's right. We saw that in the previous game. Eagle eye. You're on it. Jovic on the wing. He'll give it to Teodosic, who's just checked back in. Teodosic is, oh, wow. We're going to get the benefit of seeing this on instant replay. Teodosic is going to go to the line to shoot 3. The foul on Kalatis.
There were only 2 seconds on the shot clock. He got it up there quickly. Kalatis. The quick hands. Got him there on his forearm. There was some contact. 3 shots for Teodosic.
The third personal foul on Kalatis. Add to his misery. Nothing worse, John, when you commit a foul and the player gets to go to the line 3 times. You just want the game to get back going, don't you?
You do not want to foul a player when he's in the act of shooting. You want to send him to the free throw line for those easy looks. Teodosic makes all 3 free throws. And all of a sudden, Serbia has that 9-point lead. They've extended their lead.
Teodosic right on his average. He averages over 10 points per game. He's got 11. Cowan has shown his versatility. He's going to guard in the perimeter. Z sees his runner, dips under, wouldn't fall for him, but he's going to get an offensive foul called against Nico Zizis.
It looks like Barusis was called for that foul. Krstić was blocking out, had the position underneath. We see the push there by Barusis. And that's 2 free throws for Krstić.
That's an easy one for the referees to call, John, isn't it? You can see some worried looks on those fans. Barusis is pleading his case, John, but he doesn't really have a case there. He extended his arms to their full length. He pushed his way to the backboard.
Yeah, we saw it clear in the instant replay. And those are plays that typically, right underneath the basket, those plays are typically going to go against the offensive player. And the defensive player, certainly when he has position.
The third personal foul on Barusis, and he's going to be replaced here by Gleniadakis. I think, in fact, Coach Katsikaris changes his mind. He taps Gleniadakis on the shoulder, draws him away from the substitutes bench, and says, come right back down here and take a seat on the bench. Barusis will stay in. Katsikaris showing him some faith.
He's got 3 fouls. You definitely don't want to pick up that 4th one here. Nice pass.
And he's stripped by a collapsing defense. The Serbs surround the basketball. Teodosic fakes the pass, pulls the trigger. That's off hard by Teodosic's standards. Zizic with a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Kalatis' his runner drops.
Good aggressiveness here, attacking the basket. Kalatis with that strength, able to absorb some contact. Use the glass to finish that shot.
He brings Greece to within 9. Krstić, he's already made a couple from that distance. Great hustle play by Jovic, but Greece will have possession. Greece trying to carve out some of this 9-point deficit they face. Kamakoglu's 3, no good. So Serbia with a chance to extend their lead as we bring the 3rd quarter to a close. Just about 2 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Teodosic, the veteran, has the ball in his hands. He'll know what to do. Try to attack the basket with less than 10 seconds. Oh, a look-away pass to Krstić! Somehow Krstić missed it! Kalatis with the runner, it won't go! John, my heavens, what a great pass by Teodosic!
Great pass, look away, led Krstić to the basket. He was unable to finish, went up hard, strong off both feet. Just a little too far from the basket, and in this case, great execution on the pass and the roll.
Well, at the end of the third, Serbia with a 9-point lead. It's Serbia 64, Greece 55. Greece have Prindicides, Vassiliadis, Papanikolaou, Kalatis, Kaimakoglu. Krstić, his pass to Jovic, one more to Simonovic, who lays it up and in. A case of offense by accident.
Yeah, we see a swarming defense, active hands, active feet by the Greek defenders. Serbia was just that much better, being able to pass the ball around, find the open look.
Vassiliadis with his first open look of the evening, and he shows you his quality. He knocks that three down.
There you see. Definitely, you do not want to give Vassiliadis an open look at the basket. He gets hot in a hurry.
Another layup inside, this time by Teodosic.
Greece is not in a position where they can trade baskets. They're going to have to get some stops, which will also help them on the offensive end.
Again, Vassiliadis pops out on the pin down screen. This foul on Krstić as he tried to fight through the screen. See, Vassiliadis goes to the ref and he says, "Am I shooting? Am I shooting?" The ref says, "No, the foul was on somebody else." No shooter's mentality, Vassiliadis. Kalatis spins Jovic. Slips a bounce pass to Kaimakoglu, and Kaimakoglu weaves his way for the layup.
That's a nice move. Didn't settle for a three-point shot. Got to the lane and was able to maneuver his way for a nice finish with the left.
Jovic strolls right down Main Street. The foul on the perimeter. It's going to be on Vassiliadis. That'll be his second.
Looked like he was clearly fouled before he was in the act of shooting. Djordjevic wants that continuation play. Vassiliadis has used 2 fouls to stop sure baskets. Only the second team foul.
Bogdanovic now in the game for Serbia. Krstić wants the ball against Prindicides. Teodosic back to Krstić. Bogdanovic with a deep three. The troika from Bogdanovic from downtown.
Bogdanovic is breaking out. We see him with a deep three-pointer. He needed every foot of that range. The defender wasn't able to help down and get there in time to contest that shot.
Well, some worried looks from Gleniadakis on the right and Barousas on the left. That man there is Sasha Djordjevic. He's got his team in fine form as they face their first elimination game here in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Bogdanovic to Bjelica. Bjelica rises between 2 blue jerseys and wouldn't fall. Now here's Kalatis on the wing. Jovic with a tactical foul to stop the break. Jovic's 3rd personal foul. Just the 2nd team foul on Serbia this quarter. Zizis comes in to replace Kataliadis. And Antetokounmpo is going to come in and replace Papanikolaou. Vassiliadis, Prindicides in the corner. Zizis, his floater, no good. Serbia with the rebound. Teodosic. Headmans it to Jovic, who hands it off to Bogdanovic. Serbia in no hurry. Lead by 11. Bogdanovic is going to go to the rim, and he'll draw the foul on Prentices. But John, we wondered when Bogdanovic was going to show us his true mettle. He's got 15 points so far in this game, and this is the elimination game. He's played very well.
He has 21 minutes on the floor. Like you said, 15 points, 5 for 7 from twos, 5 for 7 from the field, but 3 out of 4 from the three-point line.
There's the EuroLeague rising star this past season, KK Partizan. Led to Fenerbahce in Turkey next season. Just missed the free throw, and the veteran Teodosic comes over to calm him down. So Bogdanovic makes 1 of 2. I saw him first as an under-19, John, at the under-19 World Championships in Latvia. He was impressive then, and he continues to improve. An offensive foul called against Antetokounmpo. Teodosic defended in the low post. Antetokounmpo was looking to exploit the mismatch, and he gets called for the offensive foul.
He's his off-arm. We can see this. Actually, it was Teodosic that initiated that contact.
Greeks extensive pressure off the floor. This is an interesting matchup as Antetokounmpo guards Teodosic on the perimeter. Pass to Radulica. Radulica just finds a little bit of space to lay it up and in.
Great composure by Radulica once he gets the ball there. Takes his time. Finds a seam in the defense.
There's Zizis as he backs out Jovic. Kicks to the corner to Kaimakoglu, and his shot won't fall. And again, Serbia with the defensive rebound. Pass over the top to Bjelica. He's fouled, John, and you just wonder, are Serbia getting a handle on this game? Do they have 1 foot in the quarterfinals?
They're pulling away, and they look completely in control of this game. They're just methodically pulling away. I think it's been their defense has been just shutting Greece down on the other end, and they've been executing their offense, not allowing Greece to get any easy baskets or transition plays.
Coach Katsikaris wants to take a timeout here from Madrid. Serbia lead by 14. John, we should say that you and I have seen plenty of basketball games. I mean, 14-point difference, 6 minutes left, still plenty of time for the Greeks to get in it, but they need a sense of urgency. They need to really get that momentum back. Couple of stops, couple of buckets. And at these stages, I always think you need a hustle play from somebody. Somebody needs to draw a charge or get an offensive rebound, make something happen.
They got to break the momentum right now. Serbia looks very comfortable on the floor right now. Like you said, you've got to get some stops, make some hustle plays. I think Greece has been hustling in this game. They've been moving the ball on offense. It's just things have not dropped. Things have not been going their way. Serbia's played an outstanding game. Very effective. Shooting very well also. 55% from three-point range, 6 out of 11. 54% from two-point range, 21 out of 39. Taking care of the ball, 7 turnovers, got 12 assists.
Bjelica is going to step to the line for 2 free throws. And just to echo your thoughts, John, Serbia 15 for 17 from the line. Just almost a flawless game from them this evening.
Yeah, this may have been as well as we've seen them play this entire time. We see that Bogdanovic stepping it up, and also Kurtis has come up big besides Kalinic with that great offensive production.
Serbia right now have got 5 players in double digits. So balanced is their attack. Bjelica fouls Barusis in the low post. Just his second foul, the team's third. Lati's pass intended for Kyle Koglu. Bjelica knocked it out of bounds.
Serbia continues with that pressure defense, contesting passes, rotating, making things very difficult for this Greek squad.
Jovic anticipates the pass. Zizis came off a back pick. I don't think Zizis wanted it himself, John. Turnover for Greece. Bjelica. His pass somehow ends up in the hands of Radulica. Bogdanovic rises. Oh, he wouldn't get the shooter's roll. Kyle Koglu with the rebound. Intercepted by Teodosic. It's a 3-on-1. And Teodosic chooses not to press the numbers, John. Interesting decision by Teodosic.
They're going to run the clock down.
Serbian fans applaud his decision. Jovic to Radulica. Teodosic with the three. No good. A little talking point for you and me, John. And I always think, you know, it's too early to start thinking about milking the clock. You get a 3-on-1. You want to press that advantage.
I agree, but I'm not going to doubt Teodosic in this situation. I think the players on the court are the ones that really can really feel in the moment. We've seen Teodosic just do some spectacular things where he'll just pull up from nobody's expecting it. In this instance, he just felt his team needed to set things up.
Commendations to Teodosic for the steal. It's what the Greeks need. They need some stops. Zizis turns the corner on the high screen into Barusis. Just fell softly off the rim for Giannis Barusis. And now Teodosic sends the ball in transition to Radulica, who acknowledges the pass. Well, who am I to question Milos Teodosic?
No, Radulica, one thing he's done this game is he's run the floor. And this time we see he's finally rewarded. Excellent pass and recognition by Teodosic.
Good demonstration of how to be a rim runner for a big player. Vasiliadis snaps a pass to Barusis, and Barusis again is shot ever so short with the left hand.
You can just sense Greece has been really pressing and forcing, just coming up a little short on their shots.
Coach Djordjevic is a school teacher on the sideline. He tells his players to sit down on the bench. We don't want a technical. The left-handed runner by Bogdanovic falls. And the game sometimes is like that. You know, Barusis couldn't get those rolls, but Bogdanovic did. Zizis, his three, that's good. Zizis the veteran with a big three. And John, I think Greece needs to start looking at three balls now every trip down the floor.
Yeah, and they're going to have to get some stops, Leon. They cannot trade baskets. Less than 4 minutes to play.
Teodosic wisely allows some seconds, precious seconds, to whittle up the clock. Bogdanovic with the corner three-pointer! Bogdanovic! Look what it means to Rasko Katic on the sideline. And Serbia extend the lead to 20. Barusis inside is fouled by Bjelica.
They may call an intentional foul, unsportsmanlike foul on this, which you certainly don't want to do if you're Bjelica. Up by 20. Maybe 2 free throws for Barusis and possibly the ball out of bounds as well.
Well, we alluded to the fact that, John, these two teams saw each other in 2010 in the Acropolis tournament. It's a friendly tournament in preparation for the World Cup 2010 in Turkey. And right now, the Greeks are taking exception to the hard foul by Bjelica. Vasiliadis had a word. Zizis had a word. Barusis had a word with Bjelica. Bjelica's going back and exchanging pleasantries with Giannis Barusis. In front of us, the fans can't see, but Coach Djordjevic, who's a fiery character himself, is trying to tell Bjelica to calm down.
You know, Leon, they're in the heat of the moment right now, but you don't want to do this if you're leading by 20. There's no reason to do this right now. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul, which will result in the 2 free throws.
No, we also have 2 technicals here.
Which will
So Bielica gets a technical foul, Barusis gets a technical foul. Of course, they count as personal fouls as well. So it's 2 fouls because of this altercation on Bielica.
Barusis with 5 fouls, he will not be able to shoot the free throws.
So Barusis steps out. He will play no more part in this game, and that hurts the Greeks. Barusis goes out with 9 points.
Bielica is also substituted out of the game.
Bielica with 4 personal fouls. So Vassiliadis will step to the line and shoot the free throws. Barusis has been disqualified from the game. There's a look at Coach Katsikaris, who's done an outstanding job, John, hasn't he, getting his team here. They finished 5-0 in the group. They beat some strong opponents in Argentina and Croatia in particular in their last 2 group games.
Yeah, and they've played excellent basketball. People have raved about how well they played in Sevilla.
Pilates gets in the lane and uses the window to good effect. His left-handed shot falls.
Wow, how did he get that shot off? Went in, and now they've got to get some defense. They've got to get a stop, come up with a steal. He's with a relatively small lineup on the floor. We see Kamakoglu playing as the center against Radulica.
17 points the difference. Serbia trying to extend that lead. Kalinic, a little drop pass to Markovic. Shot clock running down. Bogdanovic has to let it go. Now Greece pick up the loose ball. Vassiliadis in transition. There's Kalatis. He'll stroll down Main Street. His shot just wouldn't drop, and some groans from the Greek fans. And that, in many ways, John, sums up the second half for Greece. How many of those shots just wouldn't drop for them?
Yeah, that symbolizes what they've struggled with. Unable to finish, just barely missing, just coming up short.
This is the 6th game in 8 days for the players, John. Are legs tired at this stage?
Oh, legs are tired, no doubt. There's fatigue sets in.
There's our Giannis Barusis on the bench. Our thoughts are with him. He's such a fantastic player as Barusis. He's averaged a double-double, as you said earlier. He's put up 12 points and 10 rebounds per game. He finishes today with 9 points. There's Prindisi's at the line, and this is what Serbia want to try to avoid. You don't want to commit fouls and give your opponent a chance to put points on the scoreboard while the clock has stopped when you have a lead. Prindisi's converts both. Greeks press up the floor. Markovic gets across the midcourt stripe for Serbia, guarded by Vassiliadis. Kalinic into Radulica. He draws a double team. Markovic with a deep 3. You can shoot those when you're up big. Yeah, and Markovic knocks down the 3.
That's a good observation. When things are going your way, you've got that lead. Makes those shots just that much easier.
Zizi's from the corner. His shot no good. Radulica with the rebound, and he promptly slows things down. There are Serbian fans dotted throughout the arena. They're putting their hands together. A few Serbia shouts here in the Palacio de Deportes in Madrid. There's Markovic, who just lost the handle. He knows this gym well. He's played here many times in the ACB, Spanish League. Vassiliadis with that quick release, no good. Prindisi's keeps it alive for Greece. Markovic steals the pass. Kalatis commits the backcourt violation. John, it was an outstanding first half of basketball. Both teams played extremely well. This is a deep 3 by Markovic, but Serbia came out in the second half, and they've been nothing short of outstanding.
Yeah, Serbia's their defense has been great, forcing some turnovers. Everything's very difficult Greece unable to get a comfortable look at the basket for most of the second half. Struggle to score points.
Raduljica in a sea of blue jerseys. Draws the foul. But Greece scored 13 points in the third quarter, and right now in the fourth they have 13 as well, as compared to 20 and 22 points respectively in the first and second quarters. So, as ever, John, your analysis is bang on. It's been the defense of the Serbs that's really won this game for them.
Yeah, we saw them in Grenada. They defend well. It's a good team defense, and they have one thing you got to point out. You can't help but recognize is they have such a physical perimeter. Those players, you got Kalinic, Jovic, Teodosic, Markovic. That's got a lot of physicality on that perimeter. A lot of tall, a lot of good size, good length. Make things difficult for the opposing teams.
We saw the sad eyes of Nick Kilatis. Greece will exit this tournament. Simonovic comes in and commits the foul. Just 40 seconds left. And Miroslav Raduljica is going to check out to be replaced by Vladimir Stimac for Serbia. He gets a high five, a well-deserved high 10 actually from Coach Djordjevic. Vasiliades at the charity stripe. He has 5. Greeks have been led by Zizis, their leader, veteran Kilatis with 12, and Prindisic with 12. All 3 players with a dozen each. Serbia have been that much better. Kilatis is going to add 2 more points onto Greece's total after the turnover by Serbia. Simonovic going to back it out and slow things down for the Serbs. There's a 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock. O'Callaghan just wanted the alley-oop at the back. Stimac trying to get his name in the scorebook. Bank shot rips out. Simonovic wants to get his name in the book, and he does. As he looks over to his teammates. And that'll finish this game off. Serbia will send Greece back home. The score, 90-72. It was an outstanding second half performance by the Serbians. We'll go back to the 5-star hotel here in Madrid. Get ready for the quarterfinals. There's your final score in the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Serbia 90 and Greece 72.